We're exploring some natural materials we can find in nature, such as blackberries, and this can be our paint. And we're going to use natural paint brushes and charcoal, which we create in a fire. So these are all found in nature. So we're going to play with some of them. So first of all, the berry. This is just beautiful. Check out this amazing color. Ooh. Now for the children, just to dab their fingers in this. It's such a sensory experience. It's beautiful. Like finger paint. So we're just pressing with our fingers. Then we can take our actual brush and move it around. What happens when we take our brush for a walk, a swirl? Ooh. Now, what about adding some charcoal? Now charcoal, we can get a line, and then if we snap it and make a shorter stumpy one, we can get a much broader line, a thicker line. Aren't they beautiful, these colors together? And then what I love about charcoal is what happens if you put your finger and rub. Look what happens. Isn't that beautiful? Look at these different colors merging together. This gorgeous purple and the black. And it's just playing and experimenting with the color and the berries and the charcoal. And it's very messy. That's all part of it. The fun. Squeeze. Oh, look at that color. It's very different. It's got a lot more red in it. Oh, beautiful. Put some red over here. Beautiful. So starting with the charcoal this time, I'm just creating shapes, and I'm using a tree cookie, a cut down branch, as my stencil, my shape to get my circle, and using that as my starting point. And it's just playing with the charcoal, all the different lines we can make, thin, can make thick. And so when we smudge them together using our finger, get a much fainter one, stronger one. Ooh, I like that. Now we're going to take the berry juice, and this time I'm going to squeeze it over here. Ooh. And that's quite a red one. Let's see if I can get a purpley one beside it. Oh yeah, that's very watery. That was what I was looking for. I'm looking for a runnier consistency. But I can also use my brush. So I'm going to take my watercolor brush and I'm going to dip that in with a little bit of extra water and then see what happens. Colors. Adding more water so I can make it very much lighter, or I can go in, get a much stronger color, deeper color. Ooh. Now I can also use the end of the wood as a stamp. Let's see if we can get a color. Pressing harder, we get a more darker color. So again, it's not about creating a picture, it's all about the process. It's experimenting, exploring, playing with the natural materials, with the berries, and getting that colour, using your fingers, using brushes, using wood, and just playing and wondering and exploring what can happen when we mix these together. Look how the charcoal bleeds into the Ooh. Have a go. So this one we've seen a lot of black bears and they're feasting on the berries, and that's what really how this idea came about, was seeing the bears and just working with this beautiful berry colour. To create our bear. So the more time they play with the materials, we can then invite them to actually create a painting or a picture using these beautiful art materials from the natural world, and for them to create their art because they've built their confidence up. So this is Conte. As I mentioned before, we've got two different shades of Conte here. Again, it's the charcoal and clay mixed together. Brilliant sticks, very chunky, good for small hands as well. So we're taking, again, we looked at the child as a tree. Here is a fallen branch that's fallen into the water and is now a piece of driftwood. I love working with driftwood. It's light, it's smooth, it's beautiful. But it can just be a fallen branch that you can use. We're looking at natural items that we can trace round to play with. So we're taking our piece of driftwood, and we're taking our Conte stick, and we're just tracing round this shape. I'm also having a rock or a pebble, beautiful and smooth, again allowing the child to play and explore and experiment with these natural items. And I'm just creating an image here, playing and exploring with the shapes. Now with the Conte, you're taking your finger and you're getting that beautiful texture. What happens when you smudge it? What happens when you put your finger around this piece of Conte? Look what happens. I am seeing a figure here. This is my own imagination. The children will have their own ideas of what they would like to create. And we're taking the berry juice again with our finger and adding it as our paint. Now again, you can use your brush. When it comes to brushes, a good quality brush for the students. Just loving these colors together. Absolutely gorgeous. So that was using my beautiful crushed berry for the color inside. I'm going to take a little bit more Conte and just fill that in there.